ここ
Welcome to another episode of Soft Chaos. Today we're going to be doing a Chaos for Sale episode, and like the title of the video says, we're going to be talking about the anime community and why it seems that there seems to be a lot of discourse recently about just how much the online anime community, to be specific, seems to be veering towards veering to become a less inclusive and, to be blunt, a racist space for minorities. So I don't want this video to be long because it's kind of I'm discussing a topic that it really got to me, and it made me feel a bit sad, and I'm not really in the mood to be sad today. So I'm gonna just it's gonna be a quick video. I don't want it to be more than 10-15 minutes, but I really felt it was important to discuss about. So I'll give you guys a quick break and then we'll get right into the video. And before we go on our break, I want you guys to like, share and subscribe, and get ready to comment towards the end of the video. So, racism in the online anime fandom. At in-person anime events and cosplay meetups, fans often celebrate diversity. Conventions strive to be welcoming to all fans, regardless of background, and cosplay is widely described as an inclusive activity that welcomes participants of all ages, body types, and backgrounds. In person, cosplayers of different races frequently mingle, help each other, and form supportive friendships. But online, the same fan base, and I don't think it's the same. However, online, the anime fan base can be beset by anonymous trolls, toxic trolls, who feel free to use racist slurs and threats they wouldn't dare utter face to face. Extremist ideology include the neo-Nazi groups, the white supremacy groups, the anime, quote-unquote, anime purists groups. So yeah. And before we go on, like I said, I think it's such a sad topic because this has always been my biggest problem with the internet. Is a lot of people take advantage of the anonymity that is provided by online spaces. The inherent anonymity of being online and knowing the person you're talking to, they cannot see you, and except they go through fairly extreme methods, can't track you, can't find your address, and most likely doesn't know who you are other than your bio and your username. I think it's one of the biggest problems we've created for ourselves, and in my opinion does more harm than good on the internet. But we'll get on with the rest of the story. Anime itself, in reality, can carry problematic racial stereotypes. Many series have depicted black or brown people using stereotypes. For example, Dragon Ball Z's Mr. Popo I remember, I think he's the guy that was drawn with the red lips, huge bulging white eyes, and his skin is black, not brown, black. Was is And even in shows like Cowboy Bebop and One Punch Man, the black figures on there tend to be a bit caricatured, right? Being a black anime fan can be difficult because black characters, from the view of a black person or most black people, are portrayed using racist stereotypes. And this doesn't mean this is all anime, because we can mention anime shows like Yasuke that actually do a good job at reflecting black characters. I think even there's this new one. I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember the name. My brother watches it. He really likes it. I like the way they portray black characters there. They have dreads. I loved it. Honestly, even in Naruto, even though I didn't like that the eighth tail literally used to rap all the time, but I could understand the fascination and the connection, but even that was a bit problematic. But the character wasn't drawn in a caricature way. He was just always rapping, right? So this means that because of this lack of on-screen diversity, many black fans rarely see themselves represented. And I think this is part of what contributes to the hostile gatekeeping that we see by these extreme and fringe communities, right? Trolls will tell black fans, you shouldn't dress as that character because they are not black. This creates a space where the dynamic shows that the medium of anime isn't coded with subliminal racism per se, but is interpreted through a fandom culture rife with prejudice. Some fans excuse racism by citing accuracy, and that shit annoys me. That the characters are Japanese, not black. Yeah, they're not white either. But this is applied as a thinly veiled rule only against fans of colors. It's seldom enforced on white fans cosplaying non-white characters. Attacks on black anime characters or cosplayers are a form of punching down humor, where trolls frame systemic bias as harmless fun. In other words, online racists paint anti-black harassment as oversensitivity rather than confronting the reality that criticizing someone's skin color is real bigotry. Because for me, I've never understood that argument. Sorry. Oh, she's black, so she can't cosplay as Free Reign because Free Reign isn't a black character. Yeah, Free Reign is an elf. By that logic, no one will be able to cosplay as Free Reign, not even the Japanese that drew the cartoon. The anime. What are you talking about? Yeah, we all know Free Reign is in black, but a cosplay does not always have to, depending on the person who is doing the cosplay, the accuracy lies within what they want to represent. If a black girl wants to cosplay as Free Reign, it does not mean she has to or even needs to put on white face. No, she cosplays Free Reign in her own skin, meaning she takes the outfit, tries to make sure the outfit is accurate. She takes the elf ears to portray that she's also an elf, just like Free Reign was, but does not need to now bleach her skin or change the color of her skin with makeup to prove that she understands that Free Reign is not a black character. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Racism remains a long-standing problem in cosplay. Black women often face racist harassment for cosplaying characters who aren't black, alongside thinly veiled concerns of accuracy. Critics have observed that when a black fan is the target, trolls invoke an unspoken belief that the hobby belongs to white people. The hostility had tragic consequences because in late 2025, Ashley Paxton took her life. She was a UCLA chemistry student, and due to the deluge, I mean the insane amount of harassment and abuse she got online, and even after reporting that she felt haunted and harassed and mocked, with strangers telling her you didn't belong, your skin ruined the character. Even after her death, it seems like nothing has changed. It really does seem that way. Her story galvanized many fans to admit the problem isn't isolated. The common thread is an inherent discomfort with black representation in any form. And I also think it's a backlash. You know, I don't like saying why people did this, why people did that, but it's like a backlash. It's like the same thing that happened after Obama. Like Obama came in, served 2 terms as president. Now you can have your say as a black person, as a white person, about how good of a president he was or how good of a president he was not. But I can bet you he's not the worst president you guys have had since the 2000. Bush was way worse. Trump currently is worse. Biden was worse. So he's not the worst. But there seemed to be what felt like a backlash, meaning after those 8 years, it felt like it was almost like we knew there would be an intense movement for the status quo to be reestablished, meaning people of color. The next time we might get the chance of a person of color being the president is pretty much slim to none. And I feel like that's what happens here because black people are so involved. Black people are so passionate about the work they do when it comes to creativity or media, be it our movies, be it our TV shows, be it our cartoons, be it us fighting for how we are represented in other mediums, but done by the general media. So making sure black women are not portrayed as big, angry black woman, or making sure black men are not portrayed as deadbeat fathers who will not take care of their children. I think it's created this sort of backlash, and for these creeps and trolls and assholes, made them feel comfortable enough to say, well, if they are gonna gatekeep their involvement in art and culture, well, this seems like a space where it's clearly not made for black people. So why don't we? I know my point is going a little bit left, but I'll just boil it down. It's basically, it's giving the energy of, well, you people have your own thing. Why are you trying to encroach on our own thing? And I'm like, nobody's trying to encroach on anything. Surprise, surprise. Black people like anime too. Why is that such a shock to anybody? Like, we like anime too. So it's a bit jarring, and it's I don't really know, because despite this pain, many black fans are fighting back with pride. A wave of supportive campaigns have emerged, like like the hashtag Black Cosplay here, cosplaying while black, and support black cosplayers. And I think even movement like this get these extreme groups. They feel so, I don't know what the word is, whether it's jealous or they feel left out. I don't know what it is they feel like, because it's the same reaction during after the whole world recognized the injustice that was done to George Floyd, and that his killing was highly preventable and highly unnecessary. A lot of people from these extreme groups, they couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it. How dare black people stand up and and claim that we do not want to be killed and claim that our lives matter. How dare we? How dare we? So it's like, that's when I look at this situation, that's exactly what I see again. Again, like I said, I know I said I don't want this video to be long, but fuck it might be long. It might be long, right? So it's becoming an ongoing issue. It really is, right? Because we highlight that we try to, I like that black cosplayers celebrate other black cosplayers, and I kudos to the ones from the other minorities and majorities that also support black cosplayers, because they are the true fans. They are the ones who truly get what this is about. We all found this medium, and it brought something for all of us. For some of us, it made us feel included. For some of us, it gave us the confidence we needed. For some of us, it made us realize we could dream even bigger than we could dream before. So why are we letting people with clearly bad intentions dictate what exactly this fan base is going to be like? I don't think it's fair to us. I don't think it's fair to the black people in that community. I don't think it's fair to the community itself. Now, I'll focus specifically on what the community is doing to fight back, to moderate, and to come together in solidarity and support. So, number one, fans amplify positive representation. Cosplayers frequently repost and praise peers of color using inclusive hashtags. Black fans report feeling uplifted by comments like "the cosplay is beautiful" or "keep doing what you love," reminding others that most followers are supportive. Number two, calling out trolls but not feeding them. Now this one is tricky. It's important not to normalize bigotry. When a racist comment appears, many creators advise against engaging with the troll, as fans learned from past campaigns. Arguing with harassers often just fuels them. Instead, you can just quietly block or mute harassers and spotlight positive voices. And that's the best way to handle it. Social media has given us the options to do these things. It's gonna hurt. I got my first negative comment the other day, and I didn't even try to go back and forth with the guy. He left 3 comments. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I didn't cancel it, but it made me feel so bad. I didn't try to talk to him. I didn't try to understand where he was coming from. I read his comments. I didn't agree with them, and I quietly just went and blocked him from being able to comment on my videos, because I don't need that kind of energy around myself. I just don't need it, and I'm not going to explain myself to you. So for me, I think this is what we need to start doing. Now, another point is education and visibility. Content creators can use their platform to raise awareness. Some YouTubers and streamers have made videos or posts on anime racism and representation, discussing both historical context, like why black characters are rare and the reason for recent incidences. Cosplayers and writers have shared personal testimonials as well. So this brings visibility to the topic and educates the rest of the fan base that is subconsciously taking in this racism. Those of them who can elevate from the subconscious to the conscious, and let them know that this should be a community of inclusion, should be a community of supportive friendships, not a community of exclusion and bigotry. Another point is organized campaigns. Fans have organized petitions, panels, and charity drives. For example, after Ashley's death, fundraising pages were set up for suicide prevention in her memory, showing the community commitment to supporting victims of harassment. Some conventions now include panels on diversity and cosplay is not consent workshops that also address respectful behavior towards all cosplayers, which is very, very important, because a lot of these creeps that will criticize black girls for cosplaying online are the same creeps that will grope girls simply because they will say, oh, she's dressing too slutty. The fact is, nothing you would do will appease these people. You cosplay accurately, they say you dress too slutty. You cosplay as a black person, they say you are not supposed to cosplay as a black person because the character is not black. So either way, they will find a way to harass you or abuse you. Another point is platform enforcement. These social media platforms, they have policies that can allow them to ban hate speech. Twitter's rules explicitly forbid directly attacking other people on the basis of race. Same goes with Facebook, same goes with Instagram. And I think they need to start enforcing these rules a lot more. Social media companies are taking this issue way too relaxed, and we are allowing them to. We need to start blocking accounts. We need to start putting the belt to us, because I love the anime community. I love watching anime, but I hate what I see online every day. Anime is becoming sick. It's becoming a place where I don't feel comfortable. Well, I still feel comfortable, but there are certain people in my life I do not even try to introduce them to the community, because I am scared that they are going to experience some of these things, and then it will be my fault as to why they now had to experience those things, and it's sad. It is sad. So, in summary, the toxicity in online anime fandom is not caused by anime itself, just so we are clear, it's not, but by broader internet culture and entrenched biases. No anime show secretly tells viewers to be racist. And trust me, I've watched a good number of them. They don't. Rather, the combination of internet anonymity and pre-existing prejudices allow racism to surface. The positive side is that the real-world anime community is already quite diverse and eager to include everyone. By doubling down on inclusivity, both in everyday interactions and through concerted campaigns, fans, cosplayers, and influencers can drown out the trolls and send them back to their cave, because they will never leave. Celebrating diverse cosplays publicly, supporting black and brown fans, and leveraging platform rules will make it clear anime is for everyone and racism has no place in this fandom. So yeah, I know this one was not it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but I really needed to get this off my chest. So I want you guys to comment down in the comments. Nothing serious. I just want to know, if you watch anime, what's your two things? What's your favorite genre of anime, and what's your number one anime? I'm talking like, if you were going to recommend an anime show to somebody, or you wanted to rewatch a show, which one would it be? And for those of you who don't watch anime, I want you to comment down in the video, why don't you watch anime? And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I want you guys to like, share, subscribe, and also the script for this video is going to be posted on Medium. So if you want more detail, sources and all of that, is going to be on Medium, so you could go read some more. But other than that, I want you guys to have a nice day, and yeah, be nice in the comments. Bye.
New videos uploaded every week. So subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the journey.